Hello everyone, I'm Prashant, an AI expert at Tangentia. I will now demonstrate a cognitive chatbot built on Tangentia Intelligent Automation Platform, which we spoke about before, and this is powered by IBM Watson Engine. For demo, we have built a cognitive chatbot for Harvard University website and named it as Harvey, if you can see it here. And here we have used advanced machine learning and natural language processing technologies which would actually do the thing inside the bot, right? To give you all a demo and to be on the same page, let us consider a scenario wherein a user named Sam is a Harvard University aspirant and he has come to Harvard website and he has like multiple questions in his mind and we all know that Harvard website is very huge kind of, right? So to get required information it becomes a bit cumbersome for him, and here Harvey comes in as a savior and helps Sam the user to get required information without any confusion. Okay, so let's quickly get started and see how Harvey can help Sam in getting the required information. Let's quickly open up the chatbot. Okay, so as you see, what Harvey has done is to make this chat between the user, that is Sam, and Harvey itself, bit more interactive. It is actually welcoming Sam, and it is saying, "Hi, I am Harvey, an AI-powered chatbot," and it is also asking the name. So since we have considered the username as Sam, let us say Sam types in like. Hi Sam. Okay, so this is now processing. Okay, so you see what Harvey has done. It has used its natural language processing technologies and it has actually recognized the name as Sam and used it further in the next question. And why Harvey is asking these questions is that now we have designed our bot in such a way that it answers the questions of students. So now Harvey wants to know Sam is a new student, a new applicant, or a current student. So since Sam has come for admission purpose to Harvard University, let Sam select a new applicant, right? So based on this response which Sam has given, Harvey is trying to like narrow down the requirement. Is taking out requirements from Sam to give Sam a perfect answer which he wants. Okay, so now what Harvey says? It says, "Oh, wow, Sam, that's great. Let me help find the right option for you." And it has given a few options which are like frequently asked by new applicants, right? So since admission and aid is the one which Sam was looking out for, let us select that one. Okay. Okay. So again, Harvey is trying to get a bit narrower over here, and it is giving the options of different courses like undergrad, grad, continuing education, and summer programs to Sam, so that Sam can select, and then Harvey can give an answer to that. So suppose Sam is looking out for undergrad course. Okay. Yeah. So you see what Harvey has done over here is now it has basically got some basic information from Sam that he is a new applicant, he is looking out for admission, and the admission is undergraduate. So based on that, Harvey has given this response which says, "Awesome, Sam. Harvard offers an undergraduate experience like no other," and it has given some basic information about what undergraduate thing is at Harvard, and it has also given a website link which takes to the Harvard University website, and that link talks about admissions, right? So this, after reading this, it becomes quite easy for a student to get the required knowledge which he was looking out for. So let us consider like that Sam has got enough information about what the undergraduate courses are, and also from the reading the website, he is now convinced. And you see now what Harvey is doing. It is just being courteous enough and asking Sam whether Sam needs any other help. Okay, so let's consider like Sam is looking out for the prospectus. So if Sam types in uh, so Sam types in that he is looking out for the prospectus. Okay, so Harvey says, absolutely, Sam. To send you the prospectus, can you please help me with the below information? And what Harvey is asking is the email address. So right, Harvey is doing it right, right? So what Harvey is doing, it is asking the contact details from Sam. Okay, so let us say Sam enters some details. So Sam at Sam. So we know that Sam at Sam is not a correct email address, and actually we know that, and also Harvey knows that. So based on this, Harvey is like again prompting Sam to put or input a correct email address. So there are instances wherein some individuals don't tend to share their personal information, right? So like in this case, let us say Sam is a bit doubtful and he says no, I don't actually want to share my information, right? So Harvey has also an option to tackle those kind of situation wherein customer is or the user is driving away, and it gives an option like it says, no problem, but I would like to let you know that to send you the prospectus, we would require these details, and it is again giving Sam option to get the prospectus or like just go away, not required. So if Sam is really a serious one, then he would select yes, and let us consider Sam selects yes, I want the prospectus. Okay, so now Harvey, what it is doing is it is asking the email address. So let's say Sam enters the correct email address this time. Okay. Okay, so now you can see what has happened. Harvey has understood that sam at gmail.com is a proper email address, a format of proper email address, and it says, thank you, Sam, and I have sent the prospectus to your email address. Now, let us consider wherein Sam wants to talk uh, talk to a consultant. Okay, so there are some things which a student would not prefer talking to a chatbot. So those things the student might be preferring to talk with a live person. Okay, so like things like financials or something like fee structure or something like that. So let us say Sam also wants something like that, and he wants to talk to a live agent. Okay, so what we have done is, over here in this scenario, is that we have integrated Harvey with a help desk called as Zendesk. Okay, and on Zendesk we have a live agent, and Sam will not have to go anywhere else. He would have to just type in that he wants to connect to a live agent, and Harvey will do the needful. Okay, so to demonstrate that, I would just divide my display into two halves. On the left hand side, I will keep Harvey, and on the right hand side, I would keep the platform Zendesk. Okay, so let us say Sam types in, "Can you connect me to a consultant?" So he says. Okay, so I told you before that it gives an option to send a request, and once you say send request, okay, so you see this pop up on the other side. This is the live agent side. Okay, so what the live agent can do is he gets a window over here wherein he can check the basic chat which Sam has had with Harvey, and he understands that the name of the user is Sam, and the live agent over here is Prashant. So Prashant says, "Hi Sam, how can I help you?" So Sam is like, "Hi, I wanted-" and also." Okay. So now Prashant has got the query, and Prashant is like, sure, we can talk about that. Uh, can you? And okay, so Sam reads it and he says, okay, let me pass on my credentials. So okay, so Prashant has got the contact number, and Prashant says, thanks, Sam. We okay. So you see how the chat was happening. It was like flawless kind of, as in the user, that is Sam, actually didn't have to go to any other platform, or didn't have to go to any other website to just get in contact with this live agent. He just had to type in over here, connect me to live agent, and Harvey did its job, right? So once this is done, Sam can just end the chat and come back to Harvey. Okay. So here we have seen how it was, how the chat was been handed off to a live agent. Now, uh, one more thing which we would be talking about is, now we have trained Harvey it in such a way that it answers some questions, right? So on a website there are some there is some information which keeps on changing, like real time information. So if we consider nowadays, it is like the coronavirus updates. Okay, so for students who are staying far away, or students who are looking out for online classes or something like that, that information keeps on changing, because nowadays many things are not in control, and things are happening on and off, right? So those information cannot be trained directly to the bot. So what Harvey does over here is, Harvey has an amazing feature of crawling a website, and it can actually do a website crawl, or it has a feature called smart document understanding, which it actually reads out any specific documents which are there on the website, or it also reads the content on the website and give responses. So for the questions which Sam has, and which Harvey is not trained for, those questions should be answered by this website crawling feature. Okay, so let us say Sam says, what about coronavirus updates? Okay. Yeah. So what you can see is over here, it has given three different links, and all are related to coronavirus, that is COVID-19. So it says planning of campus reopening. So these are the things which students are looking out for, right? It is not, it is a hassle. Like, suppose there are 10,000 students in a university, and every person is calling out to the staff department, it becomes a problem for the department. So Harvey is again a savior over here, and it gives this options wherein it actually gives the links to the website. And here, so here is some really important information for students. And if we see other COVID-19, other classes, moving on to other classes, yeah. So these are online classes updates. So what we have seen over here is how our Harvey was being able to talk to live agent properly, and the handoff was like seamless kind of. It was there and there, and and the user wouldn't have to go to any other platform. We saw if user is like putting some negative inputs, then how Harvey is smart enough to handle that and give the user options so that converts into positive. It uses its natural language processing and machine learning technologies to understand the exact meaning of the question which user is asking. And also this amazing feature which I showed right now, that is uh, how how the bot can actually crawl the website and get required information without even training it. So here there was a small demo from Tangential Intelligent Automation Platform, and with this I conclude my demo. Thank you.